If you have been searching for whether Databricks is better than Spark, you are starting from a flawed premise. It is like asking if a car is better than an engine. Today, I am going to dismantle this common misconception and give you the framework to make the right architectural decision every single time. Stop asking which is better. It is a dangerously wrong question. Think of Spark as the raw, high-performance engine. Incredibly powerful, but it is just that, an engine. Databricks is the complete, factory-tuned performance car built around that engine. It adds the enterprise-grade cockpit, the navigation system, and the pit crew you need to race safely and efficiently. This is the fundamental, game-changing distinction. Do not get the relationship backwards. Spark does not need Databricks to run. But if you try to manage that raw engine yourself, you are not building a race car, you are building a garage, hiring mechanics, and buying tools. Databricks eliminates that massive, hidden overhead. It's the turnkey operation that lets you focus on driving your data, not maintaining the vehicle. Now, let's clear that up completely. Imagine that stove again. You can buy one and outfit an entire commercial kitchen yourself. That's raw Spark. Or, you can reserve a table at a world-class restaurant, where everything, the kitchen, the chefs, the ingredients, is seamlessly provided. That's Databricks. It is not an alternative, it is the complete, managed experience. Stop asking which is better. You are missing the real story. Look at that definition on screen. It is sterile. It is incomplete. If you think Spark is just about processing files, you are using 10% of its potential. It is a unified engine, a single, orchestrated layer for transforming, querying, and analyzing data at a scale that shatters legacy systems. That's its real power. But here's what's not in that definition. A single missing piece makes all the difference. The API isn't the engine. Spark is the engine. Those libraries are the tools. If you just see a list of APIs, you are missing the orchestration, the way this engine coordinates massive workloads across thousands of machines seamlessly. That's the genius. Now, let's be clear about the cost of that genius. This engine is raw power. It does not magically appear. You are responsible for provisioning every machine, securing the entire network, and tuning every single parameter for performance. That's the massive, often hidden, operational burden you sign up for when you choose to run Spark on your own. Think of it like a high-performance Formula One engine. Spark is that raw, powerful engine. But the engine is useless without a chassis, a pit crew, a logistics team, and a track to run it on. That's what you have to build and manage. It is pure engineering overhead, and it's immense. You are asking the wrong question about Spark versus Databricks. Stop picturing a server farm. Think of a global team of elite Spark experts, available instantly. Databricks does not just host Spark, it pre-optimizes every component, continuously patches vulnerabilities, and proactively scales resources. You focus on logic and data, while it handles the chaotic, expensive reality of production performance. That's the real value. But it is so much more. Databricks builds a seamless, secure data and AI factory on top of that robust Spark engine. It provides built-in governance, an integrated feature store, and automated lineage tracking. You are not just running jobs, you are deploying a reliable enterprise system that manages the entire life cycle from experimentation straight to production. But here's the real hidden cost. Without Databricks, your team is forced to become infrastructure engineers. You will waste weeks, even months, just managing clusters, patching security, and stitching tools together. It's not a technical challenge, it's a massive, expensive distraction from your core mission, delivering data products. Think about the last time a critical security patch delayed your team's project. Or when you desperately needed more compute power during a peak load. That's what we are talking about. Databricks takes those operational nightmares off your plate permanently. You get a turnkey, enterprise-grade environment. Your focus stays on the analysis, not the underlying chaos. Forget Spark versus Databricks. That debate is costing you. Managing your own Spark cluster is a massive, hidden cost. It is not just servers, it is 24/7 monitoring, patching, security, and debugging complex failures. With Databricks, you are not buying software, you are buying back your team's time and sanity. That is the real value. Your choice is between building infrastructure or building value for your business. Think about your best engineer. Now imagine them spending 40% of their week on server alerts and configuration drift instead of your core product. That's the hidden tax of DIY Spark. Databricks isn't just about running Spark, it is about unleashing your team to do their best work, turning infrastructure from a burden into a silent, powerful asset. You are chasing agility, not configuring clusters. Databricks automates that entire operational layer. Think about the last time a deployment was seamless. That's the freedom it delivers. You pay a premium, yes, but you are buying back your most precious resource, engineering time to build, not babysit infrastructure. That's the true return on investment. Think of it like owning a car versus subscribing to a rideshare. With DIY Spark, you are responsible for every oil change, flat tire, and repair. Your focus is on the garage, not the destination. Databricks is the luxury sedan that just arrives. You pay for the ride, not the endless mechanics, so your team can focus purely on the journey ahead. Forget Databricks versus Spark. Here's why that debate is costing you. Imagine your data must reside behind your firewall, and every single audit trail is scrutinized. That's your reality. In this world, a managed service can't give you the absolute, ironclad control you need over the entire stack. That's when you manage Spark yourself, owning every byte and every configuration to meet that uncompromising standard. You think managed services can handle your most extreme customizations? Think again. When your Spark jobs need tuning beyond the presets, when you are optimizing JVM garbage collection for specific hardware or patching the runtime for a zero-day vulnerability, a black box service will fail you. That's the realm of the expert. Here, you need surgical control over the engine itself. Your compliance team demands the data never leaves your own data centers. The regulations are ironclad, and you cannot compromise. That is your wall, and it is non-negotiable. In this scenario, a cloud vendor's managed solution isn't an option. You need complete infrastructure sovereignty. This is the definitive case for a self-managed Spark deployment. This is the moment where you have full visibility into every server rack and fiber connection. You are not just predicting costs, you are dictating them. The bill is fixed, and that stability is your competitive edge. You buy, provision, and control every byte of infrastructure. Stop asking which is better. That question is costing you money. Think about your last successful project. How much time was consumed by just setting up and maintaining the cluster? That operational burden is the hidden tax you are paying. Databricks completely absorbs that entire overhead, which means your data engineers can finally move from being system administrators back to being value creators. Now, imagine you could roll out new analytics features 70% faster. Databricks integrated, collaborative notebooks and managed MLO let your teams prototype, test, and deploy models in a single workspace. This isn't just about speed, it is about turning your team's collective brainpower into production-ready solutions almost instantly, slashing your time to insight. Now, picture an entire cluster vanishing because of a single line of bad code. With your own Spark infrastructure, the risk and the cost of failure is entirely yours. But with Databricks, that burden disappears. It's managed, auto-scaling compute isolates workloads and recovers instantly, turning catastrophic disruptions into minor, budget-friendly blips. You focus on innovation, not infrastructure fires. Ever been stuck with a massive, expensive cluster idling because a job finished early? With your own Spark, you are paying for every idle minute. Databricks solves this. Its optimized, serverless compute autoscales to the exact need, then shuts down. You pay only for the compute you actually use, slashing your cloud bill. Why burn money on infrastructure? Think Databricks is just Spark as a service? That's the misconception. But are you calculating the cost of failure? Time lost to troubleshooting, clusters crashing, patches breaking code. You have deadlines, not time to be a full-time infrastructure administrator. With Spark alone, your engineers are babysitting servers instead of building value. Do you want to pay a team to manage plumbing, or do you want them creating your competitive edge? Now, calculate the cost of uncertainty. Every hour of performance tuning is an hour not spent on innovation. With Databricks, you are not just buying raw speed, you are purchasing predictability. Your data pipelines run reliably, so your business forecasts can too. Stop gambling your roadmap on unstable infrastructure. Now, picture this, you have the world's fastest race car, but no pit crew or track. That's raw Spark. You are constantly fixing tires, not racing. Databricks is the full, managed Formula One team. It lets your top engineers focus on strategy and winning, not just keeping the engine running. You are not paying for the car, you are investing in the victory. Let me ask you, do you know your team's actual, fully loaded hourly cost? With raw Spark, your brilliant data scientists are stuck being sysadmins, debugging clusters, patching libraries. That's $300 an hour talent spent on $30 an hour tasks. Databricks automates the grunt work, protecting your most valuable asset, your team's focused, billable brainpower. That's a direct return on investment. Stop comparing Databricks versus Spark, compare managed platform versus self-managed engine. Your choice depends on team expertise, operational capacity, and total cost of ownership. For most organizations today, the productivity gains of Databricks justify the premium. Check out my breakdown of common Spark performance pitfalls you might be facing even on Databricks.